Every year, millions of tons of pineapples are harvested in states like Hawaii and Florida, and soon after, they quickly appear on supermarket shelves in big cities such as New York, Chicago, or even get exported to many other countries. What most people do not know is that behind this transportation journey lies a closed production chain, where every single step is strictly monitored. From harvesting at the right moment, to post-harvest treatment, and then to modern industrial processing, everything is designed to ensure that the pineapple keeps its full flavor and nutritional value. In today's video, we are going to explore in detail how the United States transforms pineapples grown on farms into products that are so familiar in daily life. From packaged fresh pineapples, bottled juice, to frozen goods prepared for export. This is a clear example of the strong development of both agriculture and modern food processing industries. In the United States, pineapples are mainly grown in two states with suitable climates, Hawaii and Florida. In these areas, the harvesting season typically takes place throughout the year, but it peaks from late spring to early autumn. Thanks to coastal tropical soil and weather conditions, pineapple plants grow steadily, allowing farmers to rotate their harvests by plots. This ensures a continuous supply for both the domestic market and export. On large-scale farms, pineapple harvesting still follows two main methods: manual labor and machinery assistance. In manual harvesting, workers use sharp knives or specialized tools to cut each pineapple right at the base. Skilled workers are needed to recognize when the fruit reaches the right ripeness. They usually look at the skin color, making sure the golden shade spreads evenly from bottom to top, and they also check the natural aroma. A ripe pineapple has firm skin, evenly developed eyes, and shows no signs of pests or bruises. This is tough work that requires strength and patience, as each worker may have to cut and carry hundreds of pineapples a day under the hot sun. Alongside manual labor, many farms now make use of machinery to ease the workload and improve productivity. Mobile conveyor belts and small trucks running between the rows have been introduced. Once a pineapple is cut, workers place it directly on the conveyor belt to be taken straight to the collection area. Some farms have experimented with automated cutting machines, but this approach is not yet widespread. Pineapples have sharp leaves and low growth, which makes it challenging for mechanical equipment. That is why a combination of manual labor and semi-mechanized methods remains the primary choice on most American farms today. When it comes to standards, the American pineapple industry has strict requirements. Each pineapple must weigh between 2.2 to 5.5 pounds, which is about 1 to 2.5 kilograms. The skin should turn bright yellow on at least 2/3 of the surface. The Brix level, which refers to natural sugar content, must fall between 12 and 15% to guarantee sweetness and flavor. Aroma also plays an important role. Naturally ripened pineapples give off a light fragrance that can be detected even before cutting. Once picked, the qualifying pineapples are immediately transported to trucks to avoid damage from outdoor heat. In terms of numbers, the scale of pineapple harvesting in the United States is impressive. At large industrial farms in Hawaii, peak days can bring in between 220 to 440 tons, which is about 200 to 400 metric tons of pineapples. In Florida, where cultivation areas are smaller, the daily figure usually ranges from 110 to 220 tons, or about 100 to 200 metric tons. This entire output supplies not only the domestic market, but also exports to Canada, Europe, and Asia. To keep productivity high, every step is arranged in a streamlined chain, from workers cutting, workers loading pineapples onto conveyor belts, to the teams handling transport and quality supervision. Behind these figures are the lives of tens of thousands of laborers working directly in the pineapple fields. Harvesting often starts early in the morning to avoid extreme heat, yet it still demands high physical effort. Workers must wear thick protective clothing to prevent scratches from the sharp leaves. Their hands constantly grip knives, while their backs bend and lift for hours on end. It is seasonal work, but plays a vital role, because these workers form the very first link in a supply chain worth billions of dollars. Despite the hardships, many families stay with this job for generations, as it provides stable income and ties closely to their local communities. Overall, pineapple harvesting in the United States represents a combination of traditional manual labor and modern machinery support. Thanks to this balance, the country not only meets its massive domestic demand, but also maintains a strong position in the global export market. This serves as the foundation for the next stages in the chain: processing, preservation, and distribution, where pineapples are transformed into a wide variety of products that enrich everyday life. Right after harvesting, pineapples are taken directly to collection points located at the edge of the farms. Here, workers load the fruit onto specialized refrigerated trucks. This step is crucial for maintaining freshness because outside temperatures can cause pineapples to lose moisture and drop in quality within just a few hours. Refrigerated trucks are usually kept between 45 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 7 to 13 degrees Celsius. This is cool enough to prevent the fruit from ripening too quickly, but not so cold that it changes the texture of the flesh. The distance from the field to the processing plant is planned to be as short as possible. Most major processing companies build their facilities right next to growing areas to minimize transport time. Typically within just 2 to 4 hours after being cut from the plant, pineapples already arrive at the preliminary processing facility. This speed is key because pineapples have a short post-harvest life. If left too long at normal temperature, the fruit's natural respiration accelerates ripening, reduces crispness, weakens aroma, and increases the chance of spoilage. At the processing plant, the first step is washing. The pineapples are placed on conveyor belts that pass through high-pressure water sprays. The water jets come from multiple directions to remove soil, sand, dust, and microorganisms from the surface. In many cases, a mild sanitizing solution or diluted chlorine is also used to ensure food safety. After washing, the fruit is dried with industrial air blowers to remove surface moisture and prevent mold during storage. The next stage is grading. On automated lines, pineapples are placed on conveyors equipped with sensors and electronic scales. The machines determine the weight and size of each fruit, then divide them into categories: export quality, domestic market, and industrial processing. Those with uniform size, golden skin, and no visible defects are kept for export. Smaller fruits or those with irregular shapes are sent for juice production, canning, or other processed products. A crucial step is removing defective fruit. Workers manually inspect the pineapples to identify any that are bruised, rotten, or not properly ripened. These are immediately discarded to prevent microbial contamination of the entire batch. Although the rejected quantity is not large, usually only 2 to 5% of total yield, this step is essential to maintain consistent product quality. The entire preliminary processing is designed to run continuously. From the moment the pineapples leave the trucks until grading is complete, the process usually takes no longer than a few dozen minutes. This helps minimize natural quality loss. In fact, if pineapples are processed on the same day they are harvested, they are far more likely to retain their color, aroma, and crispness compared to fruit left for 24 hours before handling. That is why factories always operate with a closed, fast-paced system. Once this initial processing is complete, pineapples are ready for the next stages. Some are packaged as fresh fruit, while others go directly to industrial production lines for juice, canned pineapple, or frozen products. Speed, precision, and synchronization in transport and preliminary processing are the keys that allow the American pineapple industry to maintain consistent product quality and meet the enormous demand of both domestic and international markets. After the preliminary processing is completed, pineapples are sent straight into the industrial processing plants. This is where modern technology is applied to handle large volumes in a short time while still meeting strict quality standards. The first stage is peeling and removing the pineapple eyes. In the past, this step relied entirely on manual labor, but now it has been replaced by automated machinery. The fruit is placed into the machine, where rotating blades peel away the outer skin. At the same time, specially programmed cutters drill out the pineapple eyes in a spiral pattern. This technology not only saves time, but also reduces fruit loss, ensuring higher productivity and greater consistency across products. The next step is cutting and product classification. Depending on the intended use, pineapples may be sliced into rings, thick rounds, small cubes, or crushed into pulp. Sliced rings and rounds are usually destined for canned products meant for direct consumption. Diced pineapples are ideal for ready-to-eat products like packaged salads, pizzas, or other processed foods. Crushed pineapples are commonly used as ingredients in confectionery, jams, or juice blends. For canned pineapples, the process follows strict standards. After slicing, the fruit is automatically packed into metal cans coated with an anti-oxidation layer. Before sealing, the cans are filled with syrup or sugar water for preservation. They are then sterilized at high temperatures to eliminate microorganisms and extend shelf life. This method allows the product to retain its color, flavor, and essential vitamins and minerals. Thanks to this, canned pineapples can be safely stored for 12 to 18 months. When it comes to pineapple juice, factories often use cold press technology. After peeling and coring, the pineapples are pressed under high pressure without heating. This method preserves bromelain, a natural enzyme known for aiding digestion and reducing inflammation. Once the juice is filtered, it is bottled in either glass containers or PET plastic bottles. The entire process takes place in a closed system to minimize oxidation. The finished product is kept under refrigeration to maintain natural flavor and nutritional value throughout distribution. Beyond canning and juicing, pineapples are also processed into dried and frozen products. Drying methods include hot air drying, vacuum drying, and freeze drying. Among these, freeze drying is the most highly valued because it preserves nearly all of the fruit's color, aroma, and nutrients. Dried pineapple is especially popular in distant export markets where long-term storage and easy transport are key. For frozen pineapples, quick freezing at minus 31 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about minus 35 degrees Celsius, locks in the fruit's structure. After that, the products are stored at minus 0.4 degrees Fahrenheit or about minus 18 degrees Celsius until they reach consumers or secondary processing plants. An essential part of the entire processing chain is quality control. All products must comply with the standards of the United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA. This includes monitoring pesticide residues, heavy metal content, harmful microorganisms, and packaging safety. In addition, many companies adopt international certifications such as HACCP or ISO 22000 to meet export requirements for demanding markets like Europe and Japan. The production lines in these factories operate continuously at high capacity. Thousands of products move across conveyor belts every hour, from metal cans to glass bottles to frozen packs. Everything is monitored by cameras and sensors to detect defects instantly. Automation minimizes human error while improving traceability, meaning that each batch can be tracked from the farm all the way to the consumer. Overall, industrial processing transforms pineapples from raw agricultural products into a wide range of goods tailored to different markets. This step is crucial for helping American pineapples maintain their position in the international market, ensuring stable supply and consistent quality. After processing and quality inspection are completed, pineapples are distributed through various sales channels. In the domestic U.S. market, large supermarket chains such as Walmart, Costco, Kroger, and Whole Foods are the primary destinations. Here, consumers can easily find whole fresh pineapples, pre-cut packaged trays, canned pineapple, juice, as well as frozen and dried products. Distribution takes place through a cold logistics system that ensures the fruit maintains consistent quality from factory storage to supermarket shelves. Beyond supermarkets, pineapples are widely present in restaurant chains, hotels, and industrial food processing facilities. They serve as a common ingredient in a wide variety of dishes, beverages, and ready-to-eat products. Fresh pineapple juice and pre-cut fruit have become increasingly popular thanks to their convenience for modern consumers. On the international trade side, the United States not only imports pineapples from other countries, but also exports a significant share from its producing states, particularly Hawaii. Major markets include Japan, the European Union, and China. These regions demand strict standards for quality, food safety, and traceability. For this reason, U.S. pineapples bound for export must undergo rigorous inspection before being loaded into shipping containers. Maintaining a foothold in these markets brings not only economic value, but also reinforces the reputation of American agriculture on the global stage. In global commerce, pineapples are shipped in various forms. Fresh fruit in carton boxes lined with protective materials, sterilized canned pineapple, bottled juice, and dried or frozen products. Each type of product serves different consumer needs and distribution systems, ranging from retail supermarkets and food service chains to secondary food processing plants in importing countries. The significance of the pineapple industry in the United States goes beyond agricultural value. It is also tied to national branding. U.S. pineapples are highly regarded because of modern production methods, strict safety standards, and consistent quality. This strengthens America's competitive position in global agriculture while contributing substantial foreign exchange revenue through exports. Overall, the distribution and consumption chain for pineapples highlights the close connection between agriculture, food processing, and international trade. From the fields to the dining table, pineapples not only meet domestic demand, but also help confirm America's role on the world map of agricultural exports. From harvesting in the fields to preliminary processing, to advanced factory production, and finally distribution to supermarkets and exports around the world, the journey of the pineapple is a clear example of how hard work and modern technology come together. Every stage demands precision, strict quality control, and smooth coordination to create a product that is both fresh and safe. What is worth remembering is this: behind every slice of pineapple we enjoy lies the effort of thousands of people, from farmers, engineers, and factory workers to quality control experts. Together, they make sure that the final product not only meets domestic demand, but also meets the strict standards of the most demanding markets worldwide. If you found today's story helpful, do not forget to follow the channel and share this video so that more people can understand the journey behind everyday agricultural products. And stay with us for the next video where you will discover another crop with a journey just as fascinating and full of effort.